In the meantime, I've just been doing digital. I like digital. It takes me less time. I feel like it takes me more time to do traditional, which is fine, because that was a humongous piece with a bunch of different little tiny bitty pieces in it. But you know, like I said, I bought Pokemon cards so that I could put a Pokemon card on the back of an ID card with the art of the character on it. Because I have these blank ID cards and I have these clear card holders that fit Pokemon cards. I had to buy new ones because my old ones didn't fit Pokemon cards, so I have a whole bunch. But I'm gonna put the Pokemon card in the back and the art on the front, and it's gonna be like, oh, there's your character, probably drawn with the Pokemon that's on the back, and then you have a real Pokemon card on the back. And instead of laminating them together, I'm just gonna slip them both in there, so like if the person wanted to take the card out, they could take the card out. Like, I'm gonna sell some EX cards with it and stuff, and some more rare cards, so if they want to take the card out, you go ahead, you do that. If you want to keep it as part of the art, you do that. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe in the summer, because I would have to walk to the post office. Which actually, it's just downtown where I live, so it's not that bad. I went to a really far one to deliver the badge I just showed you, because I had to go to Staples, and Staples was over there, whatever. So I was like trying to just do two things at once. But usually I wouldn't have to walk that far, which is nice. It was like 2 hours back and forth. I like walking, but maybe not that much. I don't know. And as Ko-fi Streambot has very kindly posted, if you want to support me in my work, you can go to my Ko-fi. All donations are appreciated, and your little name and message will appear on the screen with a very, very funny sound. And I will thank you personally and read out your message out loud. As long as it's not going to be inappropriate. It's not. But I will read your message out loud, and everybody can see, and everyone will be happy, and I can make more art. Or you could, if you really want an art piece like this, you could still hop onto the same place, Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/catsketches. I have commissions open still. And I also still have this yick available. That's what I call it, a yick. I have a few things in my shop. If you were looking for, if you wanted art from me but you were unsure of like what to get really, you just go here to my shop. I have some yicks. I have this little chibi guy, he's animated, he waves his paws. I think there's 3 slots available for this one, so you can buy all 3, or you can leave it to someone else. There's this guy, 3 slots for this guy. I think most of them are 3 slots. This guy's drinking a drink. This drink can be anything. Anything non-alcoholic, that is. I can remove the straw, it can change up. Just have him holding a can. This one's the book one. This is the one I'm doing right now. See the book. So these, if you do buy these, they're like $28, I think. They will be finished as your character, so I'll just like re-sketch it. This one has a sword for $38. The name is optional. I thought it looked good with the name there, but you don't really have to have that there. This one's a full body one for feral characters only. this can be a flag if you want it to. Or just any color. Could also be catching something other than a star, really. This one is a ref sheet, so if you want a ref sheet for one of your characters, you're like, I want a ref sheet, but I kind of want to know what would be on the ref sheet. Here you go. This is a ref sheet yick that comes with a front, this is 3/4, front 3/4, back 3/4, a headshot with the mouth open, and also the eye and nose close-up. And then if your character wears clothes, the pelt without clothes will be displayed here. So the belly, and then the back, the paws, and then the color palette. And then obviously up here is name, species, and pronouns. I don't know if I said this had to be anthro. Okay, yeah, I did. I think I'm gonna change that after. I could make it a human character or a humanoid character. I just would have to edit a little bit. You know, I moved the pelt or the paws or something. But there you go. If you're unsure of what to get, other than the fact that I have a bunch of commissions, custom characters, digital full bodies, digital headshots, even flat headshots for mere $8, you can get something like this for $8. 2 characters would be 16. This one was $16, and a full body's also $16. So you know, any little bit counts. Would be greatly appreciated if you support my work, but you know, just being here watching is also supporting me. Hello! How are you today, little tablet? There's a tablet in chat. Whee. I like this little hair curl. It's very fun. You're eepy? Yeah. It's like 10 o'clock for you. The eepy sleeper. Ain't that crazy? Holy moly, I love how this past your bedtime. Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for tuning in. Everybody's tuning in even though it's their bedtime. Minty System was over here. It's past their bedtime. Aww. It's so wholesome. But also, well, I don't know. It's thoughtful to wake up at 3 AM to text me. Thank you for tuning in regardless, everybody. I think there's only like one person in this stream who has the same time zone as me. That's not my mom. Like this. Epic. Later today, I'm gonna be sketching another commission. I like to do sketches off stream because I go over and over. I don't know. I can do this mindlessly. I can do this without thinking. But sketches, I prefer to just be like quiet, focusing on the sketch. Sort of getting what I need to include. And I don't know, I go over things a lot. I don't really want... It would be a lot of me just stopping to talk, drawing a little guy, stopping talking, being quiet. If I already haven't thought out, I have a lot less to actually think about. The next commission is for a friend named Just Aaron. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Sometimes I just have a pronunciation in my head. May or may not be right. He said that he would pop up at some point. I don't know if it's this one though. So, I'll just keep an eye out. But I'm gonna be sketching his commission tonight. And for the next... on Thursday, I'm going to be working on this again. What? How do you say that? Pochaco? The little dog guy is a Sanrio character for February. So he's like a little love dog. Pochaco? Pochaco? Good. He's a love dog. That's adorable. I love that. Aw, he's your infant son. I love that little guy. I agree. Oh! Yes! We got a bot, but it got caught in the filter. You're scared of dogs in real life? I used to be afraid of dogs. I don't know. I used to walk by... I guess I don't have to do anything. Awesome. The bot just got caught right away. I used to walk by this house that had dogs there, and one time the dog was outside the gate. And I had to go across the road because I was like, no, I don't really trust that dude to not eat me. Usually it's okay though. I don't really have that problem anymore. How do I go back to seeing chat now that I have gotten rid of this? I'm viewing chat on OBS. So... there we go, I figured it out. Oh my goodness. I mean, at least it's usually okay when the dogs are like trained properly, but I don't know. There was no owners around, so I was like, I'm just not gonna test my luck. Oh no, they ran across you. Oh, I would have pooped my pants. I love dogs. I don't know. This little blue guy over here is the dog. Which is funny because my username is Cat Sketches, so people probably think he's a cat, but no, he's a dog. I don't have a cat Sona. Well, okay, I have one cat Sona. Well, 2 cat Sonas. Okay, I lied. I have cat Sonas. They're just not the ones that are my mascot. I have Sir Cinnamon. Yeah, exactly. The one that Tablet made. I have Sir Cinnamon. And I have Petal. Which actually, Tabby made both of them? Because you also designed Petal. So... Bro was like, if you're not gonna make one for yourself, I'm gonna make you 2. Exactly, you're the cat designer. Thanks, bro. Now I just need a Sprigatito. Hi, Pixel! Hope you're feeling better, little Pixel. Wholesome. Little Pix. Of course, she's laying on the fresh laundry. That's Tabby's cat, which is funny to say in a sentence because Tabby's are cats. Tabby's cat Pixel is laying on the fresh laundry, getting the extra fur in it. You know, that's what you're supposed to do when it's freshly washed. That's what I would do if I was a cat. Yeah, see, exactly. I actually might be able to do all the line art today. I do not feel tired at all. I feel very energized. I have a lemonade next to me that I forgot to drink, but I think it's too loud when I drink on mic, so I might have to mute and then drink it, but that's okay. It's homemade lemonade. My favorite way to drink lemonade is actually with maple syrup. I freaking love it with maple syrup. I'd like just put in lemon juice, put some maple syrup. You know, let the lemon juice soak into the maple syrup, and then I pour water over it, and that's it. I make this like every day. See, I love lemonade 2 tablets. See, I don't know. It's my favorite drink used to be iced tea, maybe Dr. Pepper, and now I love lemonade. I could try making an iced tea though. I have Earl Grey. Yes, vitamin water lemonade. I like that vitamin water meme where it's like, yeah, we're full of vitamins. Yeah, what kind of vitamins? Sugar. The sugar vitamin. Because really, every time I've had vitamin water, it's been crazy sweet, but it's so good, especially the lemonade one. I have not had southern sweet tea. I'm a little bit afraid of that, actually. I think I remember you telling me that it had like 1 more billion pounds of sugar in it. I don't want to crash my sugar. I'd have to have some cinnamon with that. That's a tip. If your sugar is, well, if you're prone to sugar crashes, just put cinnamon on it. Cinnamon will help balance it out when you eat. Like if you have ice cream or a pie or something that would taste good with cinnamon on it that has a lot of sugar, you should put lots of cinnamon. It'll help you. A couple pounds of sugar. What? No, it sounds pretty nasty. I mean, I could see people being born drinking it and being like, this is the best ever. I only like sweet tea. That's real sweet. I like my iced tea with half sugar. I used to get an iced tea from Starbucks, half sweet, with 3 pumps of raspberry. And it was very good. I like being able to taste the tea and not the sugar. It had a lot of caffeine in it though. Holy moly. Did that have 3,000 pounds of caffeine. Coffee and joy with caramel. That's amazing. I can have coffee sometimes. If I have coffee, it's gonna have chocolate in it. So it's gonna be like a mocha, I think that's what they're called. If I have caffeine every day, it's like using it as like a medicine. Since you graduated. Caffeine can be good for what, adrenals and stuff? Like if you're really stressed, you need some caffeine. When I was I lived at my aunt's for a while, and it was a little bit stressful because we just were like, I don't freaking know what's going on. We're all over the place. I had to have a huge coffee to balance out my system. And you know, it does work. I have it every day. Well, I have caffeine every day. I don't have coffee every day. I usually have black tea. So it's not as caffeinated, or it's like a different kind of caffeine. Usually just Earl Grey tea. I bought this loose leaf tea container from David's Tea. It's very good. Maybe I shouldn't be saying all these brands. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to do this streaming thing, but if I need to, I can just edit this out later. I'm not sponsored by any of these places. This is just my genuine opinion. I think it's fine as long as you say you're not sponsored. They're just getting free press. Like this necklace this dude has. It's 2 lines in the middle. I'm glad the sketch is so clean. Ooh, I have hiccups. Oh, sometimes I don't have clean sketches. Boo, you're trying to scare me? Ah! Scary. Oh, because of the hiccups! Oh my gosh, it worked because they're gone. Thanks, tablet. I like saying tablet. I imagine like a child on an iPad when I say that. Only horror games? Oh, I can't play horror games. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Scariest game I have right now is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. That's it. And it's not even a horror game. It just has scary parts. But I don't really think it's scary. Personally, when it's creatures, like creatures, ooh, creatures dragging you away into the dark. That doesn't scare me. Creatures don't scare me. If they're getting eaten by aliens, that's like a lion. That's like a lion coming up and eating you. That's not scary to me. I don't know. But if there's like jump scares, I can't do it. I can't do jump scares. There's a clip of you screaming. Oh no. Poor tablet. I don't know, I think Exocolonist, like I said, doesn't scare me when the people get eaten by the aliens because it's just like an animal is eating them. It's not like I don't know. I do try to rationalize a lot of things in my head so I'm not scared, but RPG Maker horror games. That's crazy. What even is that? Is that like a company? Or a genre? Oh, yes. It's a game creator. Okay, yeah. Okay, interesting. There's a lot of indie horror games. I was looking for jobs in concept art, and there's a lot of openings for horror games. I did apply to one of them because it was just doing environments, and like, I can do horror environments. I can even do, well, probably not. I probably couldn't do horror creatures. I wouldn't really want to do it. But environments is fine. You just draw like a spooky forest. I don't know. I think I would have fun with that. But really, like I said, my bread and butter would be creatures. I would rather do creatures over everything else. And props. I do like doing props. I like making a good sword. I don't know. This book. I drew this book without a reference. Because, I don't know, I like doing props. It looks pretty good. I'm sure if I looked at a reference I could change some things. Oh boy, I'm EP. I'm EP2. I like to sort of separate the texture of the hair and the fur sometimes. Like the hair, if you think about hair on a human, it'd be the same. So it's long, it's sort of, yeah, it's longer. It's longer than fur is. Fur is pretty short. As you can see here from my longer strokes compared to my shorter ones. I think my Sona Mahalo up there has hair. Yep, he does. Can't see it because it's a chibi. But he has a little ponytail. Although his is more like a mane that he ties up rather than human hair. But it's kind of the same idea. You just draw it longer. Wondering... This guy's like... I think he's a jackal. So I'm trying to make the ears long. I think... I mean, I really should start asking people what their species is when they commission me. Because I like to, you know, make it a little different. Drew a raccoon last night. I still think they're a kitsune. I'm actually not sure. Either a raccoon or a kitsune. But I made the face shape sort of more diamondy because, you know, that's what those species have. Foxes and raccoons are more diamond-shaped heads. I try to make it look like the actual species. Which is another thing that you can start doing once you are ready to continue improving with your art. Is sort of you know, trying to it's sort of like human artists and same face syndrome, which is like, I don't really know how I feel about that. Sure, it's a thing, but like, who cares if everyone's character's face looks the same? I don't know. Maybe it seems a little opposite of what I'm trying to say here, because I'm like, oh, you should try different species shapes, like different ears, different muzzles. I think what I'm trying to get at is there's no need to shame or force someone into changing, just let them change at their own pace. But yes, if you want to upgrade your art game, it is a good thing to elongate the ears if you're doing something with longer ears. If you're doing a rabbit, do a little, you know, a little shorter nose, whatever. It really helps to look up a reference of the creature that you're drawing. And I've become really good at sort of picking out details in a design. So if I was to look at someone's art that they made, I can tell sort of what brushes they used, maybe a little bit of the technique. I mean, it's always better to have them actually draw it live for you to tell, but usually if you go in, like, this pen is pretty textured. Well, it's textured compared to, like, the default. The default one is just like, it's this, smooth, whatever. So you can usually tell, if you look closely, what kind of brushes people use. If they use a square brush, my favorite for concept art is a square brush. Which I think a lot of concept artists like square brushes. I turn it down. It's like this when you go this way, and this when you go this way, because it's a square. It's a little square dude. But you can see, if I was to paint something with this, like, I don't know, whatever this is, you can tell that they used a flatter brush. So if you're trying to learn, and you're trying to improve, try taking a closer look at some of your favorite artists' work and just sort of, you know, think about the technique they might be using, the brushes they might be using. Am I using the right brush? This doesn't feel like the right brush. This feels like a different brush. It's the same brush. Oh. I fixed it. My flow was off. My flow setting. But you know, just maybe try out some of the brushes that they use. If they use a flatter brush to do their line art and you want to try doing something like that, try it out. Do it in your own style, try it out. Figure out how it looks. You can learn a lot just by looking at art. And then of course you can always ask. I mean, like, what brushes do you use? What software do you use? I don't know. I find that unless you're looking for a new software, or just you're looking for a software to start with, it usually doesn't matter what software you use. You just, it's like I use Photoshop because it's the industry standard for concept art, so I might as well learn how to draw on it for illustration as well as concept art. But I used to draw on Autodesk Sketchbook, which is not industry standard. But I made still really good pieces of art. Like, if I can find something that I made that wasn't on Photoshop, I don't know if I can. It'll be old, but it'll look cool. This one was made on Sketchbook, I know that. This is my friend Nemo's character. This is Mist. This Mist's old design. This was made on Sketchbook, and even though it's a different software, I still don't think it's, other than the fact that I've improved, I don't think it looks much different from the stuff that I do now. Well, I use different line art and stuff. Pens. So really what I'm trying to say is that you don't need really, really expensive software to create good art. It's mostly just find something that you're comfortable with and just use that. If it's a free, because Sketchbook, this was free. If it's a free software, and that's freaking amazing. You do that. You're gonna make some awesome stuff with it. You don't need to buy a Photoshop subscription to make good art. You just need good art skills. And you can learn that on any software. I know MS Paint is a huge example. There's a lot of good MS Paint artists. A lot. I think the only reason why I wouldn't suggest MS Paint is because there's no layers. I think you can use any drawing software you want, but you kind of want to have one that has layers, and then you want to have one that has good brushes, but that's like 90% of them. Yo! Look at that. Look who made it. The person whose art this is for. Wait, that's not how you say it. Anyways, the person who owns this character is here now. Hello, Arrow. Bro made it at the end. Well, it's not really the end. I feel like I could still keep going for a little bit. Oh my gosh, is it really cold? I'm like sweating so bad right now. But I also have a heater going. If you hear background stuff, that is my heater. I think I might do that. Yeah, that's good. I like the fluff in the ears. It feels like negative 27 Celsius. Holy manoli. I'm gonna do a quick translation of that. Because there's a lot of Americans in this chat. Negative 27 is negative 16 Fahrenheit. Negative 16.6, I guess. I was out when it was minus 40 one time, which is the same in Fahrenheit, it looks like. Negative 40 Fahrenheit. It gets pretty cold in Canada. It gets pretty cold. Pretty chilly. Especially now. It's like we've been going through a cold snap or something. I don't know. It's interesting. But I'm safe because I'm indoors. It's just, it's not great for all the animals and homeless people and, you know, people who have to go to work. Like Arrow. Oh yeah, good. And then we have the thing, like Bro just said, that it starts to warm up. It like goes really freaking cold, and then it starts to warm up, and then it goes really freaking cold. The only thing is like migraines. I don't get migraines, thankfully, actually. I'm very grateful for that. But if you do get migraines, oh my goodness. It's not fun. Yeah, poor bro. It's not fun when the weather decides to do a dance. Guess I'll just keep the ear like that. Then we'll have warm weather again. It's like February. It's February 18th, time of recording. So it's still winter for us. Not built for Alberta. Let's all move back to BC. Everybody, let's go. Little fluffy ears. Oh, I forgot. Whew. I can turn my canvas. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, exactly. Whee. Is Grim a jackal? I think he's a jackal. He looks like a jackal. We'll get the real answer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, let's go!